If you struggle with maintaining a word count whenever you are writing your papers or your abstracts, I want to introduce you to a new tool called Text Compactor. So I will leave a link to this in the description below, but basically the function of this allows you to put in text and then tell it how much you want to reduce basically the number of words in the text. And then it will find what parts of your text you should remove to reduce that word count. One of the most common uses for this would be like if you're trying to submit a conference abstract or even an abstract for a research article. And if you are working on a research article, you can download my scientific research paper checklist. It helps walk you through how to actually complete that research article and everything you need to submit it. So what I'm going to do here is actually paste in an abstract that I wrote for a research paper. And this is all about steroid analysis and metal adduction. And then what we need to do is we drag this slider to the amount that we want it to reduce. So if we set it to 50%, it's going to keep about 50% of the words that was in this original abstract. And so I'm going to set it more to like 75%. If you don't know what percentage to set it to, you can take what is your words in the current text. So you can just come up and go to something like a word counter. I usually use wordcounter.net. And you can just paste in your text here. So this is 193 words. So if I needed to get it to 100 words, I'd want to reduce by about 50%, if that makes sense. So that's how you can figure out what your percentage reduction is. And then you can see down here, instead of it rewriting my text in a way that uses less words, it's still keeping the actual components of my text. So it's not doing a lot of actually changing what I say in here. All it's doing is reducing the word count. So you can see that the first sentence is the same. The second sentence is mostly the same. So the change that it made is it actually removed these two sentences up here. So this was me introducing ion neutral collision cross sections and saying basically the methods of how we measured it. To make it shorter, instead of removing out random words, it's actually removing out these two sentences here, because whenever I start this sentence, I'm saying when measuring the CCSs of steroid isomers using polyalanine as the calibrant. And so that actually does a really good job of removing this, because that kind of already covers this sentence and this sentence here, because I'm doing a percent error, which means that they know that it's being compared to previously reported values. And then the rest of it stays the same. So if you want it to reanalyze, all you need to do is reset this percentage. So if I dropped it down to 50%, you can see that it took out the very last sentence. So this overall, that's kind of an impact sentence. It's taking that out because it's not as important to giving them the information that they need. So it also took out this sentence up here. This work is aimed at the further development of IMS separation for the analysis of steroids, because we're essentially re-saying the same thing here, but giving more information in it. So this tool is going to be really helpful if you need to find really the sentences to take out, not necessarily for changing like individual words or small phrases that you can actually put into one sentence. This is going to more actually remove redundant information or not as essential information from your abstract. What I could do after I've ran this analysis on it is I can take this shortened abstract and actually edit it further. And so one thing I can look for is, did it remove anything that I think is important to include? If it did, then what I would do instead is include in that information. Then I would try to see, are there phrases that I could then take and make into smaller sections? So if you are working on an abstract and struggling with this, check out this tool. The link will be in the description below. If you are confused on even how to write a conference abstract, I will leave a video here where I show you examples for how to write a conference abstract. And if you want to see instead how to write a research article, I will leave a video here all about that as well. If this video was helpful, please like it and subscribe to this channel to learn more ways on how to become more efficient in your research. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.